Good morning, gentlemen. We have a special delivery coming today. Mrs. W's fancy mulch, 10 yards of it. And of course, I'm not ready for it. Professional homeowners are less planners, or not so much planners, but crisis managers. We'll be working on Mrs. W's, what are we gonna call it, a survival garden? Goodness, with the cost of food these days, it's just about getting to that. So what she asked me to do was to strip all of this sod off of here. The mulch is going to go in our newly constructed garden boxes here, but Dry pulled a panel out, and I'm going to just try to come in here real quickly and just roll this out. All right, gentlemen, we are ready. See if we can get this wrapped up before the truck gets here. This is pretty tight in here for a machine, but these little machines are so compact, they're incredible. The thing that's different than the old ones we used to run, where these will swing inside their tracks, which is really helpful for the operator. You know that if your tracks are sitting, will fit through something, you'll know that the rest of the cab well, including the back. Those old machines all have the paint worn off the counterbalance from when we'd swing into things. I remember when I was a boy, I wanted to run heavy equipment so bad. My dad had an old John Deere backhoe, and then when I got a little older, his work partner bought a John Deere 450C crawler and a rubber tire hoe, 416 Cat, and let me run it. I don't think I got paid, but he taught me how to run rubber tire backhoe, and I really always enjoyed running equipment up to the point where I had to do it for a living. And you know, when you're doing things for production, it seems to bleed all the joy out of it. And I did that for a long time, over a decade, and on pretty much all levels, commercial and heavy industrial, residential, the whole thing. I ran big machines, machines with 6-yard buckets, and it got to the point where I had no joy in it whatsoever. But now it's more like it was when I was a kid, where you're not forced to, make production and doing routine or the same work over and over again. It's always something different, and when you're not pressed for time and pressured to produce, so much more joy in your work. This is the special mulch. Oh, it's hot, really hot. Still cooking. I have seen that. Yeah. Jariah was just reminding me. Back in the day, they would mulch. As it breaks down, it produces a lot of heat, and some people used to put it in their homes, or even you can even run a heat exchanger through it, copper wires or tubing, and get water hot enough to boil water, I believe.
Yeah, at least a shower.
Yeah, a couple hundred degrees, I think, is attainable. Well, it's got a really strong smell to it, doesn't it? This is smart. They put these plastic sheets in the corners to prevent it from sticking. I love purpose-built designs that guys figure out to solve problems like that. Yeah, you'd have a half a yard stick in those corners, wouldn't you? Well, the whole thing is lined. Brilliant. All right, gentlemen, that is as close as we're going to get here, unfortunately. I need to reset. I'm too tippy here. I don't have any support on that lower track. All right, let's go. Goodness, let's go dump. Mrs. W and I got some good news this morning. Something happened that I never imagined would happen, but we got contacted by Honda Power Sports. Now, you may remember my last experience with Honda. They invited me out to ride the new 450, their new flagship bike, and I whiskey throttled right into a whole field of reporters. It was it was the most humiliating moment of my life, and I kind of never thought I'd be invited back, but lo and behold, I am. So they've got a new a Pioneer 1000 crew for 2023, and they've invited Mrs. W and I down to Montana to drive it, and they're going to take us fly fishing, which I'm very excited about, and that'll be this month. So we'll be sure and vlog from the road on that. That's something we're really looking forward to. You guys know I love Honda. With good news is always bad news. I have not been able to get logs for our free firewood day. I have called everybody that I've known. In the past, I had a couple contacts I could call, no problem. Now I can't get any. So I'm really scrambling. I've been asking everyone I know. So if you have a log truck or can get us logs, and we'll be happy to pay for them, let me know. It's an incredible thing that we live in the best logging country in the world with the best trees, and there's hundreds, not millions of acres, and yet we can't have any. The king's wood, the king's land, the king's timber. Wake up, wake up. All right, so that's that. We're gonna need to get over on the other side. I can't get around this aspen here. That looks better. We got that sod all scraped off here, so we'll rake all this to grade, and then we still have to finish up that fence. So I just got our 2x4s. They're being sawn at a local mill, and they were pretty back ordered, and we just got the call that the rest of them are done, so we can finish up the fence here. I think that's it. That's it for me. I can't believe that whole load, we just about used it up in those 2 boxes. There's a lot of volume in a cube, isn't there? I think it's like 7 gallons in a square foot. Which is hard to believe, isn't it? That sure looks nice. Yeah, it sure went. We need a little topsoil to grade around these boxes, and we'll have it. So it'll be really nice.